Welcome back to Explain the Charts, your go-to channel for in-depth market analysis. Today, August 11th, 2025, we're diving deep into Intel Corporation, ticker symbol Intel, to understand its recent dramatic price action in light of current events and what it means for future trading opportunities. First, let's set the stage with the latest news surrounding Intel. Recent headlines paint a challenging picture. Yahoo Finance recently highlighted how once iconic Intel fell into a 20-year decline, a sentiment echoed by Seeking Alpha's report on Intel CEO is overwhelmed with problems on all fronts. This long-term struggle has clearly weighed heavily on the stock's performance. More immediately impactful, Intel reported its second quarter 2025 financial results on July 24, 2025, an event that typically brings significant volatility. Adding to the drama, just 4 days ago, President Donald Trump reportedly called for the resignation of Intel's new CEO, Lip-Bu Tan, causing shares to drop. However, in a twist, recent reports indicate the Intel CEO is scheduled to visit the White House today, Monday, August 11th, a development that could signal potential government support or new initiatives. Now, let's shift our focus to the charts and see how these events have manifested in INTC's price action. Looking at the daily chart, the 20-year decline narrative becomes starkly evident, with prices falling significantly from the $44 range in April 2024. Intel found a period of consolidation around the $30 to $32 range through May and June of 2024, which acted as a significant support level. However, this support was decisively broken following the Q2 2025 earnings report. Let's zoom in on the hourly chart, specifically around the Q2 earnings announcement, which occurred on July 24, 2025. As you can see, starting around July 23rd, the price was holding steady above $23. However, the moment the Q2 results hit, visible around July 24th at 1300 hours Universal Time Coordinated, Intel experienced a dramatic downturn, plunging from around $23.50 to under $22 within hours. This initial shock was followed by further drops, ultimately leading to a massive gap down on August 1st and 2nd on the daily chart. The candles show extreme bearish momentum with high volume during this period, indicating strong selling pressure and investor disappointment following the earnings. This clearly illustrates the direct market reaction to the negative financial news, pushing the stock well below its previous consolidation levels. Returning to the daily chart, after that significant post-earnings plunge, Intel hit a low around $18.95 on August 7, 2024. This established a new, critical short-term support level for the stock. Interestingly, the news about President Trump calling for the CEO's resignation on August 7th coincides with this period of extreme weakness. However, the daily candle for August 8th showed a strong bullish reversal, closing higher despite opening lower, which suggests some buying interest emerged at these deeply discounted prices. The stock has since been consolidating around the $19 to $20 range, a clear indication of a tug-of-war between buyers and sellers at this pivotal level. Volume has remained relatively high throughout this turbulent period, signaling continued strong market interest, albeit with significant price swings. Now, let's examine the most recent intraday movements on the 15-minute chart for August 7th and 8th, 2025. On August 7th, we observed a sharp drop around 11:27 Universal Time Coordinated, where the price fell from $20.58 to $19.93. This rapid decline likely reflects the immediate market reaction to the Trump news, reinforcing the bearish sentiment from that specific headline. Following this, the price stabilized and even showed some recovery attempts throughout the day. On August 8th, the price hovered tightly between $19.70 and $20, demonstrating very narrow trading ranges in the latter part of the day, signaling indecision or a lack of strong directional conviction. The current price of $19.95, as reported by TradingView today, suggests Intel is still holding this critical support zone. So, what are the reasons to be bullish or bearish on Intel? From a bearish perspective, the long-term trend is clearly down, as highlighted by the 20-year decline news, and the recent Q2 earnings caused a major breach of prior support. The CEO being overwhelmed points to ongoing internal challenges that could continue to hinder recovery. A sustained break below the current $19 support level would signal significant bearish continuation, potentially targeting lower psychological levels. However, there are reasons for a bullish outlook, particularly in the short term, given the significant bounce from the $18.95 low, forming a strong current support around $19 to $20. The impending White House visit today, August 11th, could be a major positive catalyst, hinting at government contracts, subsidies, or strategic partnerships that could boost investor confidence and potentially trigger a reversal. For traders, the key price levels to watch are critical. The immediate strong support is the $19 to $19.50 range. A sustained break below this, especially on high volume, would confirm bearish momentum, making short trades more viable. Conversely, if Intel can firmly break above $20, the next resistance levels are around $22 to $23, which were previous swing lows. A move above $23 would open the path towards the prior major support zone, now resistance, around $30 to $31. The likelihood of a significant upward move is moderately high, perhaps 60%, if positive news emerges from the White House meeting. If the meeting yields concrete positive outcomes, expect strong buying pressure and a potential test of the $22 to $23 resistance in the short term. However, without such a catalyst, the stock is likely to remain range-bound between $19.50 and $20.50. Long-term, for a genuine reversal of the 20-year decline, Intel needs to demonstrate consistent operational improvements and a clear path to regaining market share, making any long positions at these levels quite speculative. Keep an eye on any official announcements regarding the White House visit and future guidance from Intel itself, as these will be crucial in dictating INTC's next major move. That wraps up our detailed analysis of Intel. Remember to conduct your own research before making any trading decisions.